Surgeries fam, this is Megan Bowen, aka Tell the Big Good Saram. I promised that I would do a Q&A video, so here we are. Now the first thing, I don't have like a screenshotted particular comment that any one particular person made, but it is something that I get asked a lot and something that I see a lot, and that is, girl, what plastic surgeries have you had? Because you have glowed up, honey. Okay, looking at you from the beginning of your YouTube career until now, you look much better. What did you do to yourself? Who is your doctor? And I know I'm not like the most beautiful woman in the world or anything like that, but I definitely know that I do look much better than I did previously, for sure. Most of it has to do with my makeup and hair choices. But anyway, let's start at the beginning. So first, when I first started YouTube, I was doing no skincare at all because I didn't really know much about skincare. I literally just used a cleanser, a toner, and a moisturizer, and that's it. I didn't use no essences or nothing like that. But now, literally, when I go to sleep, I always have like 4 or 5 things on my face, and my face is like greasy and shiny. But then I wake up in the morning, my skin is like so soft and luxurious. The pores are minimized. And you guys know one of my favorite things to use is my Teami Repair Oil, and it's made with chamomile. Like you can see, it has like chamomile pieces floating in it, and the smell is very pleasant, but it's not strong, and it doesn't have like crazy artificial ingredients in it or anything, and it's really good because it does help to minimize pores. Like I feel like when I put it on and wake up, my pores are much tighter, and all the redness that I had is like gone. So it literally takes out the redness, closes the pores, and moisturizes your skin so much. And it's really good for people who have like dark spots on their skin to really help even out and brighten the skin tone. And because you know, like flower leaves, like tea leaves, have a lot of antioxidants in it, which is also good for your skin to just kind of help make it youthful and revitalize it, etc. Teami Repair, y'all. It's the bomb. So I started taking care of my skin, and that definitely drastically improved my appearance. I started drinking more water, and I started sleeping more. But the thing that you guys seem to really care about is how like small my face has gotten. So I'll tell you the evolution of my face. No, I did not have jaw surgery. My jaws were never big. It's just, to be honest, my face was really fat. So if you look here, like you can see that my face was really fat, but my body really wasn't. Now back in the day, I didn't really know how to dress that well, so I feel like I wore clothes that made me look bigger than I was. My face has just always been super chubby. So what I did do, because I didn't want to have to lose like weight, because I was okay with my weight at that time, and I was like, well, if I lose weight just to lose my face, then I feel like, I personally felt like I would be too thin. So what I did was I went to the plastic surgery clinic, and I had liposuction of the chin. So when I did have that surgery, it left my face like this. So you can see there's still like some fat on there, but it's definitely much more like chiseled, right? And now the reason why it's so super chiseled is because you guys know that I've been doing fitness competitions, and that I'm training for one right now, a bikini competition. So as a result, my body is very low on body fat, so that means that it's taking fat everywhere, even from my face. And if you look at my neck, you see that you can literally see every line of the neck. The fat is just, it's gone now. So my cheeks are even gone, like when I smile. I used to be able to see my cheeks like here, but I can't see them anymore. Anyway, I talked too much about that. Let's move on to some other questions. We have a question from, IMJO694. And they said, in the cinema, when they have English language movies, do they show the movie with Korean subs or dub? So for most movies, they just do it with English subtitles. But if it's a children's movie, like for example, Frozen or something, then they have 2 options. So when you go to buy your movie ticket, you can choose if you want subtitle or if you want the dubbing one, and they just kind of separate them throughout the day. There's always a dubbing and a subtitle one showing, because little kids, when they're gonna watch movies, you know, they can't read subtitles like that. And it's also interesting because they change the titles as well. Like for example, Frozen. So Frozen in English is just frozen. The ice is frozen, okay. But in Korea, it's 겨울 왕국, which means like Winter Empire or Winter Kingdom. And it's actually a really helpful tool for like helping you learn Korean. So like with Frozen again, there's like a cat hair stuck on my lip gloss. That is the worst. So I watch it first in English with, you know, just Korean subtitles, and then I watch it again with the Korean dub. And another interesting thing is like the dubbed, what they said in the dubbed version is totally different from the subtitles, because the subtitles are literally just a translation of what's being said in English, but then dubbing, they change it around a lot to make it like funny for kids instead of just directly translating it. So an example, you remember when Olaf, he like walked and then like there was like an icicle poking out and then he went through, and then in English he said, "Oh, I've been impaled." So I checked the Korean subtitle at that time and it literally just said, "I've been impaled." So I was the only person laughing because it's funny. You don't say impale on a daily basis, right? But then when I went and saw it in dubbed, they didn't just say "I've been impaled" in Korean. They said, "Oh, 나 꼬치 돼서." So 꼬치 is like a skewer and you like stick stuff in it and then you like grill it, right? That's gochi. Like anything on a stick is gochi. So he said, "Oh, I became a gochi." So then everyone laughed. So it's different. I feel like versus the Korean subtitles, the dubbing is much funnier and it's much better. Next one is from Liz Like, and they said, "As an American abroad, do people act like you're an authority on all things happening in America? Do you get comments from Korean nationals if you do not act within what they consider to be an American?" Well, I would say yes, honey. When you go to any country that's quite homogenous, then I find that you are definitely the authority on all things from your country. Because in a lot of cases, you're the only person from your country that people have met. So many people tell me all the time, "Oh, you don't act like I thought an American would act like," or "Oh, I didn't know that Americans like this or Americans like that." So sometimes it can be frustrating, but then it just gives me a chance to like educate them and just kind of talk to them about it, because I realized if you've never been exposed to people from other countries, then how can you know, right? That's always been my like attitude and take on it. So Ray and Bay Rodriguez said, "How do Koreans feel about tattoos? Tattoos on women, specifically on areas that expose like hands, neck, face, etc." These days, almost everybody I've met has a tattoo. Like so many people that I know have tattoos. And I don't think that anybody thinks much about it. I think the older generation has more feels about tattoos, but the younger people, like people my age I know, like all have tattoos or many tattoos, and most of them are visible. It's just if you're doing broadcasting like me, you can't have any ones showing. So that's why I've covered up all of my back and like my hip because there are things that don't show. But once I stop doing broadcasting, then I'll probably get some more tattoos right here anyway. And people think that getting tattoos is illegal. It is not illegal to get a tattoo in Korea. They make it so dramatic in certain media things, and I'm like, July, okay? It's not illegal to get a tattoo. It is illegal to give a tattoo if you don't have the proper licenses. So in Korea, giving a tattoo is like giving someone Botox. Like not anyone can just give someone Botox. You have to be an actual licensed professional in order to administer Botox to people. So the police aren't going and knocking on the doors of the tattoo parlors being like, "Get out," right? Because it's just a matter of, do you have the proper license or not? And some people think that you have to be like a full medical doctor. You don't have to be a full medical doctor, but you do have to kind of go to like a certain school. And many people go to the trouble of getting the necessary like certifications that they need to give tattoos. If they get the necessary certification, they can give tattoos. So it's not illegal, you just need to be a licensed professional to do so, which I kind of like, because I feel like it's not just bro science, because they actually have to go to school and like learn about it, and then I feel like they are a little bit more knowledgeable about certain things. So Romy says, "How difficult is it to get prescribed medication in Korea? I remember reading about Park Bum getting in trouble for having prescription anxiety medication shipped to her from America, and my main reason for not visiting other countries is a fear that I could get in trouble for my legal prescription medication not being legal in Korea, Japan, wherever." So to my knowledge, those kind of like anti-anxiety medicines are not illegal, and you can definitely get them. You just have to go to the proper licensed professional, and you have to actually have some kind of like problem, in which case they'll prescribe it to you. But they only prescribe it to you for maybe a maximum of like 10 or 15 days. It's not an ongoing thing like how in America, people just constantly getting prescribed like anxiety medication. They give you only a little at a time. But to my knowledge, there aren't really many drugs that are illegal. They're just more so hard to get without being in great dire need. And I feel like in America we prescribe certain things a little bit more lighter than they do in Korea. So like if you get your wisdom teeth out in Korea, they're not going to give you oxycodone like they do in America. You literally have to just go get some Tylenol and pop those when you get like your wisdom tooth taken out. Or when you get a surgery, they do not give you oxycodone or any of those kind of really strong, you know, pain medications. So you literally, after a surgery, just take Tylenol and stuff. So that is very difficult, especially for people who have big, major surgeries. But they're definitely not illegal. So the last one is from Pinkiera. Sorry, I like horribly screenshotted it. But she says, do you feel like being always associated with Korean culture has prevented you from expanding your channel or targeting other audiences? Or do you like that your channels are associated with Korea? Love your curly hair, by the way. Yes, I do feel that way all of the time, but I really am passionate about my life in Korea and about sharing Korean life and Korean stuff. I mean, it's my life. I mean, I've been here for almost 7 years now, so I love it. And that's why I'm actually going to start another channel soon, because I'm also very passionate about fitness. So I'm going to be starting a fitness channel soon to like kind of document how I keep my body looking right and how I prepared for like, I don't know, competition and stuff, especially as a plant-based eater. So I'll be doing that. But other than that, I feel like Korea is where my heart is, so I don't mind like keeping it that way. So that's all I have time for today. This video was probably much longer than. So that's all I have time for today, but I still have so many questions left, so I think I'm definitely going to be doing more Q&As, answering a couple of serious questions. And some of the questions were just so good, I was like, oh, I gotta make a whole video about that, because there's just so many details that could go into it, you know? Thank you so much for watching this video, and of course if you're ever wondering anything about Korean life and culture, just ask it down below. And thank you guys so much for the love and support. It's awesome. If you like this video, like to see more videos, please subscribe to my YouTube page, which is down below. Don't forget to follow me on Instagram, Twitter, Snapchat, like me on Facebook. I will see ya.